to be a familiar occurrence for Tekkz. Here he comes again, goes for a finesse. That one is just about matched by Courtois. But what is it with first majors and Tekkz? Barcelona, he won it. And at this moment in time, he could be on to win the first EA major in FIFA 19.
Yeah, if you look at how he came into the tournaments as well. In Barcelona, came in as a relative unknown. Not many even pros knew about him, let alone the public. He wins that tournament. He skyrockets in popularity. He signs for F2 United, F2FC. His streams are getting thousands of views. He's getting 30-0. He comes on to FIFA 19. Qualifies for every single event he can do. He comes into his tournament as favourite. The complete opposite of what he did in the first major in FIFA 18. Could it be the exact same result?
What a huge achievement
it's looking like it is at the minute.
It would be a huge achievement for him as well, Richard. $50,000. One of these guys will win at the moment. F2tekkz will win 1,500 Global Series ranking points as well. And we said it already, surely that is enough for a top 60 finish for the FIFA E-World Cup playoffs. Of course, later on in 2019, enter the box. This is a chance again. He's still in possession. Joksan, you need to get yourself a goal. Soonish, put it there for the shot. Saved by Neuer.
Yeah, what Tekkz does with the goalkeeper, he doesn't really commit that hard to one side. He sort of stays central and then reacts with the quick reactions that he does have pretty much last minute.
Probably the best way to do it as well, Richard. You've seen a lot of people committing one way or another.
And get caught out.
And yeah, they have been caught out, you know, so much so, Richard. Pull it now. Here we go. Joksan, that's like 2 attacks in the space of about 5 minutes is better for him, but I think the difference is when F2tekkz goes forward, 9 times out of 10, that chance will be a goal. How clinical we talk about someone can be when they go forward.
Yeah, 100%. It seems as though every time he's got into that final third, Joksan's worried. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know whether to commit with a bit of manual defending, whether to sit off with the AI. He just doesn't know how to play against him. It's an unknown, almost threat coming at his goal every single time. He doesn't know if he's going to scale. He doesn't know if he's going to play in behind.
I think loads of people have been saying about that online as well, about how unpredictable, you know, his attacks can be, Richard, and you just can't defend. You can't predict what someone's doing. We talk about being unpredictable is like the key thing in, I'm sure, in a lot of esports, but in competitive FIFA.
Yeah, I saw a quote from one of the greats of the FIFA esports scene, 2014.
Back inside.
FIWC Grand Finalist.
Wow. And make that 5.
That goal sums up exactly what this quote is saying from Dave, by the way. He says he don't think he's seen a more unpredictable attacker on FIFA 19 than Tekkz. Who shoots there? Who shoots in that sort of area?
It's just different. Every single attack is different, Richard. One time it's a finesse, one time it's a bit scrappy like that, but as long as it's in the back of the net, that's all that matters. Over the head of Courtois. 6'6" Courtois there. How are you not getting across or doing something there?
Yeah, and that does make it rough viewing.
5-0 on aggregate. Unfortunately, not even a goal to show for Joksan's efforts in this final. Got to remember though, whatever happens in this final, these two are ranked 1 on both of their consoles at this moment in time in FIFA 19, and they're guaranteed 1,500 Global Series ranking points as well, which is huge.
Joksan will be ranked 1 for a little while as well.
Could it be another one? Yes, it is. Tekkz is turning on the style, and I want to see on the history books as well the biggest scoring final in the cross console at the moment. That will be 6-0 on aggregate.
Yeah, Joksan will be #1 on that leaderboard for quite a while. I imagine he's probably sat at around 2,350 points right now. He won the Continental Cup, clinched up 850 points. And I think the big thing for him coming into this tournament was getting those Global Series ranking points, proving to his console that it wasn't a fluke, that he did do it again. He's coming to the grand final here against Tekkz. Look, he's been blown away 6-0 down, but I don't think he's going to go away too dejected from this. He's come in, got the points.
He is the best player on PlayStation, you have to say, with Joksan. The best, and he's come into this tournament with a lot of people looking at Joksan saying, was that fluke, as you mentioned, Richard? There we go. There's a goal for Joksan. 6-1. Johan Cruyff.
Lovely finish.
Out of nowhere. Into the top hand corner. Just see again that on the replay there. Arno Ronaldo into Cruyff. First time finish on that right foot. Into the top corner. 6-1 the score.
Yeah, high into that top corner as well. No doubt for Tekkz to save it.
But the point I was saying was the case of he came into this tournament, Joksan, but a lot of people saying, as you said, Richard, was it a fluke, Paris? Was it a bit of luck? He's proved that exactly. It wasn't fluke. I'm adapted to this game. I've had to adapt to different patches, different updates. And look at me now, I'm #1 in the world on PlayStation.
Yeah, 100%. He's done everything that was set out to do for all his tournament. He's represented North America very well. He's represented Epsilon very well as well. And he's rightfully so at the top of that leaderboard for Global Series ranking points overall and also on the PlayStation 4, which is more important.
You're currently looking at your 2 best players in the world at the moment for FIFA 19 competitive FIFA-wise as well, because looking at F2tekkz, he's going to be top of the Xbox side. And more importantly, joksan, as you mentioned, will be on over 2,000 Global Series points on the PlayStation. You don't know what the points are all about. There's a finesse and there's another goal. Time to perfection. Start writing this man's name on the trophy now.
Yeah, get the engravement written into it, because he's going to be taking it home, that trophy. Lovely finish into that top left corner. Just didn't use the goalkeeper movement enough. And that's the unpredictability. You didn't know if we were going to go across him with the finesse. Didn't know if we were going to go near post. That does make it 7-1 on aggregate.
I think the key thing in this game, Richard, is like, although this is a final for Tekkz, I feel like his final, like his big test was that Marcus Gomes game earlier today. That was like his big test. And after that, it's just been normal FIFA form. He's played these ties, the European ones, like for example against Alex Danny. He's played these games at home. He's played the online qualifiers. He's done the tournaments. He said, I'm not scared of anyone now. Competitive FIFA-wise, take me back a month or 2 ago, I was worried of a few people. Now, I've played everyone at home. You know, the way that people qualify for these tournaments now, you're literally playing a LAN event at home.
Yeah, 100%, and he's coming to this tournament with no fear.
And now he's only a half away, Richard, from getting that trophy, lifting it for the 2nd time.
6 shots on target, 4 goals. Clinical from Tekkz. And joksan just being blown away. The whirlwind that is F2tekkz. He's flowing through Bucharest right now with no stoppage in sight.
And every single goal he scores as well, you can see how passionate he is, F2tekkz. I think he's more happy that the way he's playing it is just working out well. And I think the biggest factor you have to take away, joksan, don't get me wrong, we have to say it again, #1 on the PlayStation at the moment. When you're up against class sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to go, right, I can't do anything about that. Like, he is just at a different level. Joksan, on the PlayStation side, he's proved himself on 2 occasions now that he is the best PlayStation player there is in the world at the moment. He's going to be top of the rankings, as we said. He's going to be top of the Global Series leaderboards on PlayStation. He won the Continental Cup. He's earned himself, you know, a lot of money. 20,000 euros in Paris, $30,000 here.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of months for joksan.
He's got himself Champions League final tickets, you know, but that's even before we even touched the E-Champions League event as well. Like, there's so many more tournaments this year as well, and I'm sure, you know, all the pros that are watching this now that have competed this weekend are thinking, right, on to the next one for me now. The people that have been grinding Weekend League as well, I think I saw Aga, I think George Hughes, obviously the manager at North, tweeted out saying he's playing Weekend League already. He's just got out of the competition. You know, in the last 8 of his console, he's straight on Weekend League now because every single point matters now.
Yeah, Aga had a great tournament in this. Had a great run in this tournament, I should say. Did go out to the man on your screen, joksan, but I think it was just one hit.
Saw F2tekkz now, so it was DH-tekkz at the time. Of course, as well, MS Dasari lifted it as well. Here we go, Ronaldo back across. And unfortunately, has to be played out again there. Joksan, though, you have to give this man credit. He's paused it as well. He's clearly going to make some more changes. I love to see this as well. Even at 6 goals down, you never give up.
Yeah, constantly playing throughout the game.
Tekkz here. Oh, this is where Tekkz can start coming out and just showing that bit of flair to the game, because he is winning. He's deserved. You know, he kind of got the job done. He's got those goals ahead. He's got that aggregate scoreline that he's after. And I'm sure all his fans as well
will be cheering him on.
Yeah, we'll be loving exactly what he's doing right now. Pele. Back across. Pele again. And, of course, cleared away. But a huge shout-out, of course, to our partner, or audio partner, I should say, at Turtle Beach. Of course, you can get involved and try and win yourself one of their headsets just by tweeting #HearEverything to @Turtle Beach, and you could win one of their new Elite Pro 2 headsets. And of course, both these players are wearing Turtle Beach headset right now. And clearly, it seems to be working well for both of them because they've made it this far to the final.
This game's slowly starting to fizzle out, you'd say 7-1 the scoreline on aggregate.
A huge scoring final as well. A huge scoring final between the two.
Just waiting for the referee's whistle now.
Lovely ball down the line now. Eusebio, this is F2tekkz again. These are the moments you can enjoy when you're doing so well. You can see the confidence flowing through him.
Yeah, looking for that sombrero flick into a volley, I imagine.
And you have to look at the elements building up to this tournament, Richard, that has given Tekkz this advantage. He plays at home, he streams home weekend league games in front of thousands of people that are watching. He's made 5 out of 5 events that he could have made. On the online qualifiers, you know, he'll be back in Bucharest next weekend for that LQE. He'll be at FUT Champions Cup 2, FUT Champions Cup 3, LQE January. You know, he's made all the events he could at the moment. He's grinded, he's given up that time. He's played so much FIFA, and more importantly, he's improved upon his game. The defending side, we have to say it again, has been one of those areas that he has improved.
Yeah, all that preparation, all that grinding of the game is paying off for him right now.
Card. Alexandra, I guess it's a little bit too late to worry about that now. 73 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, came across and pretty naughty tackle from Tekkz.
Good to see he's making that change there, ensuring that he's still got 4 players at the back. Steven Gerrard,
playing left back.
The manager of his team and ultimate team as well. A little smart, I think I can see from Tekkz there as he brings on Gerrard. But on the other side of that, joksan, what a defender he is on the PlayStation side, and we can say it time and time again. This guy,
not only what a defender, what a player.
Yeah, overall, what a player, Richard. You know, he played against, you know, not just in this tournament. He's played against the likes of obviously Aga here in Paris. He played against Mo Aubameyang, the Stranger. Like, he's beaten heavy hitters in Europe.
Yeah, he beat Mo Aubameyang in the semi-final. He beat the Stranger in the final of the Continental Cup. He beat Aga in the semi-final here on his console. He's no joke, and he will come back stronger and maybe get a little bit of practice on that Xbox console, on that away console, so he knows next time out, if he feels he can get into this position again, which I'm sure he does, he'll be more prepared.
Oh, there's the goal kick. Are we back in Barcelona? It's like the same scenario, Richard, all the way across. Nearly a chance for him to score there, but you have to put it down to the first game again. A 3-0 win there, Richard. And you start the first game so well. Don't concede any goals. Score some goals yourself. And the minutes he scored those goals as well. Keeper's off his line. Just about somehow gets away with that. I thought that could have easily been a penalty. Recycled back to the edge of the box to Matthias. Well, that would have been a nice finesse on the volley from joksan. You have to give credit to this man. Never giving up. Still pushing forward. Still trying to make his organisation proud. That I'm sure will be so proud of him. The guys at Epsilon. Back-to-back finals in the first 2 events of the year.
Back-to-back finals. And
that's consistency.
Yeah, huge performance from Tekkz in this game. You can see the game just dwindling down right now.
Maybe a little bit of frustration released for joksan there. He had a little smile about it though. But still, $30,000 for joksan, $50,000 for Tekkz if he can just hold this out, which he should be able to do.
If he can hold it out.
Yeah, when he holds it out. But you have to give credit, Richard. You know, it hasn't just been a walk in the park. It hasn't just been, right, I've started this game and I've won it. You know, he's done exceptionally well to get to the situation he's in right now. Both players have done well.
Look, Tekkz came into this tournament as the favourite. He regarded himself as the favourite, and all the pundits, everyone watching, expected him to do well and to go on in this tournament and lift this trophy that he's going to do in around 5 in-game minutes time.
Straight down the other end now for joksan. I think the key thing to take out of this event, Richard, is the fact of, well, hello, when you predict people to do well in tournaments, 9 times out of 10, some people don't actually do that well.
Yep.
The 3 players to look at were Aggie, F2tekkz and joksan were the main 3 that everyone was talking about because of the consistency, the Continental Cup. And I tell you now, all of them made it through to the knockouts, and 2 out of 3 of them made it to the final. Yeah,
they all made it to the semi-finals of their respective consoles as well. And I think all the players who were projected to do well in this tournament have done well. And it's going to be Tekkz lifting that trophy.
And as you said, Richard, history being made, but this time it's not going to be in Barcelona, it's not going to be in London with MS Dasari, it's going to be in Bucharest. $50,000, 1,500 Global Series ranking points. F2tekkz, you've just made some history, lifting the cup for the 2nd time. Another winner, another huge win at the first EA Major. F2tekkz, maybe just let that sink in that you're one of the best FIFA players in the world at the moment.
Yeah, coming into the tournament, everyone was expecting him. He had the expectation on his shoulders. He had the pressure on his shoulders. And I'll tell you what, he has delivered 110%. What a tournament he's had. Looking through the bracket that he went on, Dylan Mike, 7-4 victory. A really tight game against Lyrics from the UK, 3-1. He beat Marcus Gomes in a really tight game, 4-2, and then just sort of picked it up. 6-3, he beat Ajax Danny, and then in that final, 7-1 victory.
But the one thing he said, Richard, from the moment he came into this tournament, I don't care about the money. I don't care about the money. To be honest, I'm not even thinking about the points as such. All I want to do is get that winning feeling back. Picking up that trophy, being a champion again, and as I say for another time, history is being made with competitive FIFA, the only player to lift that trophy, which he will do very soon, on two occasions, Richard.
On 2 separate occasions, yeah, you heard it there, Brandon. I think the big thing, I was talking to him before the tournament started, the reputation. He wants that reputation of being the best player in the world. He wanted to play against Joksan. Joksan had that so-called title before this tournament started, as he was the only person who'd won a tournament in FIFA 19. Tekkz has took that title and stripped it off him in the best way possible. 7-1 he won.
And a word on Joksan quickly, just before we jump over to that big moment when this trophy is going to get lifted twice by F2tekkz for the first time ever. Joksan, you've done yourself so proud. You've done your region so proud as well. You've done it. You've done so proud for Epsilon. You're the best player on PlayStation 4 at the moment.
Yeah, best player on PlayStation 4, and no one's going to take that title away from him. He's top of the leaderboard on PlayStation 4, and I imagine he'll be top of the leaderboard for a little bit as well, because